Hey guys, so I thought I'd just jump on here just to encourage somebody and to share a little bit of my testimony, and hopefully this will help somebody. Um, but one thing I want to say is be you and do not be too hard on yourself. I'll share a little bit about my testimony. When I first came to Christ and when I developed my personal relationship with Him, I always knew the Lord. But a couple years ago was when I really was serious about building my own personal relationship with Him. And the process, when I first started off, He was revealing Himself to me. I was falling in love with Him. I was learning so much about Him, learning so much about myself. And somewhere along the line, and I know that this was nothing but the enemy, I started feeling that I had to change. Like I had to become this new person. And it's true, as you come to Christ, there is a process where He does change you. You get saved and you go through a sanctification process and you go through the process of transformation. But for some reason, I had this pressure where I felt like I had to change overnight. And, the things that I liked to do, like I shouldn't be doing them anymore. And I was very hard on myself. And so I would cry to the Lord all the time, like, why do I feel this way? I was listening to people who were telling me, I shouldn't be posting things that I used to post, things that, that the Lord actually brought me to, which was competing. I was listening to people and looking at outside stuff and just wasn't focused and just kind of was off focus. So I eventually lost myself. I was so hard on myself and I felt like I needed to transform and be this different person overnight. And it really kind of messed me up, to be honest with you. And I just remember the Lord telling me, don't focus on all the things that you need to change about you. Focus on growing. Focus on growing with me. And as you continue to grow, a lot of things are going to fall off anyway. And so, and I felt at peace with that. But again, the enemy will come in and try to say, you're not a child of God. Look at you. Look at what you still like to do. Look at what you ain't being transformed, like all this type of stuff, right? And I would listen to that voice and I would listen to other people. And so I would try to be this way. I wouldn't listen to hip hop music. I literally changed like for the worst, and I was not happy. And so it took the Lord really coming in and telling me that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be who I created you to be. Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. Be yourself, and He will get me exactly where I need to be when I need to be it. But my focus should just be on Him, growing with Him, my relationship with Him, growing in the Word, and that should be it. So I just want to encourage somebody who may be dealing with that, just be yourself, be you, and be patient with yourself. The Lord is going to take you exactly where you need to be. And I would say this too, this walk, you have to have tunnel vision. Like my other problem was I was comparing how, all the girls who are on Instagram who's sharing their like quiet times, and I'm like, oh well, maybe I need to share my quiet time. Maybe I need to let everybody know what I'm doing. It's like, no. No, just focus on your process with you and the Lord. And over time, He's going to get you exactly where you need to be. And He's going to transform you. And transformation and that sanctification process is a process. You're learning about the Word. You're learning about God. You're learning about who He is, His character. You're learning about who He says you are. So you're being transformed by the renewing of your mind based on what He thinks and feels about you. So it takes time. It's not something that is an overnight process. And He teaches you how to love people. He teaches you how to be more like Jesus. He calls those things that may not be right within you, and he's working on you transforming, but that process takes time. So don't be hard on yourself. Be you. Be real with God. I mean, the one thing I love about my personal relationship with him is the fact that I can be real with him. Like, I'm like, I still like this. This made me upset. Like, what, and so he's a father and he's a friend. Like, talk to him. And that's what I really love about my relationship with him, is I can be honest. And so I just want to encourage somebody: be you, be yourself, be honest with the Lord, and have tunnel vision when it comes to your own personal relationship with him. God bless. Have a good day, and chat with you soon.